I'm Juliana, your automotive woman, and this week I am test driving the 2022 Volvo XC40 Recharge. So first I'm going to take you for a walk around, have a closer look at that interior, finish it off with a drive, but don't forget to be connected with me on social media so you don't miss any behind the scenes action. The XC40 Recharge is Volvo's first pure electric crossover. Built to look similar to the gas-powered counterpart, the XC40, which I've had the pleasure of reviewing, this particular model showcases the very beginning of Volvo's all-electric future. Launched recently but enhanced in 2022 to include better range, aerodynamics, and style, EV buyers can expect these features as standard. 2 battery packs located in the front and rear, producing 402 electric horsepower with 486 pound-feet of torque. Volvo's traditional Thor-style LED lights with active bending and fog lamp lights. Full-time all-wheel drive. A standard suite of impressive driver-assisted technology. Standard 19-inch wheels, and the industry's first Google-operated infotainment system with Google Assist, Google Maps, and Google Play Store. With the EV market heating up, the first question on all consumers' minds is, how is the range? Well, I've already mentioned that Volvo has increased the range of the XC40 in 2022. So you'll be able to reach up to 223 miles or 359 kilometers for my Canadian viewers. And speak to your Volvo specialist about adding the Climate package because this will further improve your range. Then there's also braking regeneration, which you'll find on most EVs, and this essentially is when you lift off the accelerator, it will help to recharge the battery slightly. Don't miss my test drive because I speak about this feature more because it is aggressive on the XC40. And then I've also already mentioned that 19-inch wheels come standard, but I have the optional 20-inch wheels. Me personally, I prefer the 20-inch wheels because it also helps to enhance the overall look. But here's a fast fact for you. These tire sizes are offset in size, meaning they are smaller up front than they are in the rear to accommodate the overall weight of the battery. And then Volvo does not provide a spare tire. Instead, they provide a tire mobility kit. Full transparency, the Volvo XC40 Recharge doesn't offer as much range as, say, competitors, the Ford Mach-E or Jaguar I-Pace, but I promise you what Volvo lacks in range, they make up for in overall comfort and standard features. That said, the front trunk, or essentially the frunk, I personally like how Volvo has made it 2 individual spaces. So on one side, you can put your cables, and then on the other side, you can put your washer fluid. And then when it comes to overall charging, there's 3 different levels. Your level 1 is your traditional 3-prong outlet. This is incredibly slow and it would take you days to charge. Then you have your level 2. Your level 2 charging you'll find in most mall parking lots. I've been actually charging at my condominium, but you could also have level 2 installed at your house. And then you have your level 3. Level 3 DC fast charging. In the XC40 with your 87 kilowatt hour battery, you can charge up to 80% full in 37 minutes on average. And speak to your Volvo specialist about their discount rates with ChargePoint, who can also have your level 2 charging unit installed at home. If you choose to purchase the Plus or Ultimate trim levels of the XC40 Recharge, you automatically receive roof rails. With roof rails, you'll be able to carry an additional 165 pounds, but regardless of trim, you can tow up to 2,000 pounds. And regardless of trim, you automatically receive a power liftgate. This power liftgate is adjustable in height. Hold this button right here, wait for the beeps, and it automatically sets for you, and you can use your key fob to automatically open it or close it. Now overall space is pretty good. The seats fold in a 60-40 split, and this has one of my favorite features, a pass-through gate. So if you're a skier or a hockey player, you can put all your longer items right through the little hole. That's great. And then you have some additional connectivity on the side, and this is what I love. You have so many hooks, and you can divide your trunk space into individual compartments. And underneath the floor, if you have a private item, this is where you can hide it. And this is also where you'll find your tire mobility kit. One of the most impressive features from this past week has just been the overall comfort. But if you choose to purchase that climate package I spoke about earlier, your rear seat guests also receive heated seats. And to turn on your heated seats, those buttons are located behind your front center panel. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I'm only 5'3", so I fit comfortably everywhere, but the spacing back here is really impressive. This front seat is currently set up for someone who's 5'10", and as you can see, leg space is great, even head space. Then as for storage, you'll find 2 pockets behind both front seats. On the side, pretty good, they're really deep. And then for smaller items like your snacks, granola bars, you even have little pockets on the side. And then if you want to use your center armrest for your 2 traditional cup or bottle holders, you can do that too. There is no climate panel back here because it is a small crossover, but this is where you'll find your extra connectivity with 2 USB ports. The XC40 Recharge comes available in 3 different trims: Core, Plus, and Ultimate. I've been showing you the Ultimate, but what I'll do is down in the description below, I'll itemize the differences so you can see the pricing and then make your purchasing decision. But I'm going to take you for a tour because this interior is absolutely stunning, beginning with the gorgeous panoramic sunroof. And to operate it is pretty cool. This is a first for me. It's all one touch. And then also you can just swipe your finger to open it. I thought that was different and a nice added touch from Volvo. But these front seats are also power operated. They offer heating and lumbar support. If you purchase that climate package that I keep talking about, you receive the heated seats and a heated steering wheel. And to turn on those features, look through your Sensus infotainment system for the seat icon. Give it a push and you can turn those features on or off. But back to this wheel, which is absolutely simplistic in design. Everything is. It's really decluttered, and I like that. But on the left-hand side, you'll find your adaptive cruise control settings. If you purchase Pilot Assist, you also receive adaptive cruise control with semi-autonomous driving. But regardless, as standard, you receive frontal collision warning, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, and a rear view camera. In the Plus and Ultimate trims, you also receive a 360-degree camera angle. And the graphics in here are incredible. So I recommend that 360 package. Then on the right hand side, you have your voice commands, your buttons for your radio. I have the upgraded Harman Kardon stereo system. It's a favorite of mine. And then you have your button for your fully digital driver cluster. Again, the graphics look incredible. It's over 12 inches. It's really clear, easy to read. But moving over to your Sensus infotainment system, it operates just like a tablet. It is a touch screen. You could also swipe, and because it is integrated with Google services, you automatically receive Android Auto and Google Maps. The mapping in here is instant. It is quite good. There's also Wi-Fi hotspotting and Spotify, but I recommend you sitting down with your Volvo specialist, push this gear icon on the right hand side. This is where you'll be able to customize a lot of your settings. And then another favorite feature of mine, you have mobile wireless charging connectivity. You'll also find that up here with more USB-C ports and a 12-volt port. As for storage on the side, even better up here, and this is where you'll be able to find some recycled material. So Volvo does a really good job with that, caring about the environment. I love it. It is a dual climate control, and again, all touchscreen, super easy to use. But this is great thinking right here. Through your center armrest, you can use it just as such, or you could even use it as a removable garbage bin. I love that, thinking about families, right? So that's really smart. A couple more things before I hit the road, because you're probably wondering, well, how do I turn on my XC40 Recharge? And this is cool. Just sit in your seat, foot on the brake, it says it's ready, put it into gear, and now you're good to go. That said, now let's hit the road so I can provide you with my final driving impressions from this past week. The 2 best features in any EV has to be the silence and instant torque. It's always so much fun. But if you noticed, as soon as I lifted off the accelerator, the braking regen kicks in, and I've mentioned this a few times. So in the Volvo XC40, this is only one pedal driving, which means you don't have your braking regen on your steering wheel with your paddles and you can choose your level. This is either on or off. And if you choose to have it activated, like I do, because it just recharges itself just slightly while you're driving, it is aggressive, and you have to get used to that. Okay, so when you go out for your test drive, I recommend asking to go on a highway and do inner streets, because you're on your, you're on your accelerator and then back on the brake, or really you don't even have to use your brake when you're using your braking regen. But it will take some time to get used to it, because Volvo has made it incredibly aggressive. I'm a fan of it, but again, go for the test drive, ask for a highway test drive and inner street so you can get used to it and you can measure it for yourself. And like I said previously, go through that gears icon and set that up with your Volvo specialist. It takes less than 5 minutes for you to learn how to operate your vehicle, or you can just watch one of my How To Tuesday videos and I help you out there as well. But overall, this whole week has been awesome. It's incredibly silent in here unless you're using your Harman Kardon stereo system, which is really well done. But for all guests, it's really comfortable. I had my fiance out with me on a test drive, and that's one of the first things he says was just how comfortable he was. And then visibility. This is another big one. So visibility is good out the front and the sides, but then there's a huge, huge blind spot out that right rear window. So that's another thing. So Volvo, check out a little bit of your design. It's on a triangular angle and you have a huge blind spot, but you also receive blind spot monitoring as standard. But I also recommend you just take an extra second and set up your side mirror so you can actually see what's going on out there. But overall, this whole week, yeah, like I mentioned, just comfortable, smooth. You know, do I get as much range as I would in one of the competitors? No. But I also have never, ever made a purchasing decision with a vehicle based on mileage or kilometer range. Or in this instance, it would be range, right? I've never made my purchasing decision based on that. For me, it's always been about how's it look, how's overall comfort for myself and my family, then it's price, and then where is the dealership located to how far or how close to my home. That's it. So it's not important to me that this can take me 223 miles or 359 kilometer range, or you know, a competitor can take me over 400. That doesn't matter. What matters to me is the look and the comfort. The charging time on average is the same in today's EV industry. It's always going to be around that 30 to 40 minute marker. And I'm driving on average daily about an hour. I charge at home. Like, it's all really convenient. But what I like to do in all my videos is recommend a test drive, because test drives are complimentary. So I provide links down below so you can find your closest Volvo dealership. But guys, I'm Juliana, your automotive woman. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss How To Tuesday or Feature Car Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. Woo! Instant torque. Love it.